What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? I'm your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned into Christ and Crypto in the Morning. This is a place where every single day we come here and discuss what is going on in the market in three parts. We have our technical aspect, where we look at the markets from a technical aspect with charts. We have the second part, which is looking at it from a news perspective and seeing what's going on in the news today. And last but not least, we have the Trinity. We close with Christ and we go into new creation scriptures at the end of the day. And that is how we will close this out. Today, I was not going to do a show because I was busy. Got some stuff that I want to do. But then I was like, you know what? We're going to knock this out. We're going to go ahead and knock this out because I'm not going to let something that's annoying me and my other busyness stuff stop my day today. No, ma'am, no, sir. That is not how this is going to work. Not today. Not today. So, I am cleaning up my mess because I had to go grab a quick breakfast. Then I realized it was May the 4th. So, May the 4th be with you today. And that was another reason I needed to do a show because I didn't do one last May 4th. So, May the 4th be with you. Today, guys, we're going to talk about a few things. If you are in this channel right now, make sure you know what to do, the social media thing, like, comment, subscribe. I know I sent out a message that we were not going to do one today, so we will see how many people show up if you hit your notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live, despite what I may or may not think. So, what are we going to talk about today? So, today we're going to talk about Microstrategy. That's what I want to kind of dive in on a little bit, is a little Microstrategy. Their earnings. I also want to focus on some of mainly the charts today. I really want to look at charts. I don't know if we're going to do a full, complete show today, like a whole hour. I'm kind of just going to do this show as it may be. Just look at Microstrategy, look at some of the news in the market, and then go over a James Rule XRP thread where he brings some stuff to our attention. So maybe this will be an hour because I did put the show together literally in 10 minutes over the last 10 minutes. So now, guys, let's go ahead and do the long some short some. I appreciate you all for being here today. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's go ahead and get long some short some going. Let's get it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Or good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you are watching this. I'm your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned into This is Long Some Short Some, which is a part of Christ and Crypto podcast in the morning. Every single day, we break down the market in threes from a technical perspective, a news cycle perspective, and then obviously a Christian, Jesus, biblical world versus worldview perspective. But before we get into all that, we're going to dive into long some short some today. Let me give a shout out to my boy Alex Diaz, who just jumped into the chat. Good to see you. If you guys are here, we do have a community as we go over long some short some called the New Creation Cronies. It's a free Telegram group. You can join there. We go in there, put the tinfoil hats on, and kind of talk about all the things around the world that we can talk about openly on a Telegram forum. Also, we have the Signals call. If you're interested in getting signals, people had me start that group, so I do have a group for that. If you are interested, please let me know. Reach out to me and we can talk. Outside of that, let's dive into, the social media thing. TikTok, Instagram, do all that. Okay, I'm done. Self-promotion. Bitcoin is sitting at up 1% over the last 24 hours at 38,817. Ethereum sitting at 28.44. And the number 3 spot is BNB at 388.36. And the number 4 spot is XRP at 61.3. And the number 5 spot is Solana at 87.38. And the number 6 spot is Terra Luna at 84.45. And the number 7 spot is Cardano at 82.25. And the number 8 spot is Doge at 13.07 cents. And DOT in the number 9 spot at 15.15. And to round out your top 10, not including the stable coins, You have Avalanche or AVAX at 60.97. So let's jump in. I see Lee is here. Good morning to you, brother. I am glad I got here this morning. I felt like I wasn't gonna do this show, but now I'm here today because May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. And let's dive in real quick look at the charts. I am recording. Wonderful. We had a pump out of here, and I said that this is the box that has to hold. Let me go ahead and go to big screen for you so we can get over here. There we go. This is the box that I showed you in this area. Let's pull back to the 12 hour. Okay. I said this box right here, this has to hold. So right here, let me do this so you can see. We had two things going to happen. We're either going to fire up and head towards all-time highs like today. Today, right? And on the low end, if that did not hold, we were breaking down towards 10,000, towards 11,000 on the NASDAQ. Like it had to hold yesterday. It was hold or be lost. So we long that. We not only long, well, that's the NASDAQ. We long crypto, so we'll go into that. But I did put some other stuff out. We'll talk about it. But the NASDAQ is holding as of now. It's 9 o'clock, 10 Eastern. What is that? 7 Pacific? Right? 8 Mountain Time, 9 Central. Yeah, okay. I can do math. But we're having a small rejection right off the bat on, let's go to the 4-hour C. See, right an opening, a little rejection at the pivot, a little pullback. Not surprised with the Fed going on today. I think this dump a couple days ago, Monday's dump, I believe is, and yesterday's pullback a little bit was a part of the, how do you say? The anticipation of the Fed raising 50 to 75 basis points. So we saw that there, but in reality, all it did was come back down, and wrong direction. All it did was come back down yesterday and test, which is what we needed to do, is come into that. Same here. We needed the Dow Jones not to make a lower low. And so yesterday, well, it says May 5th. We're in Chicago. Today is not May 5th. May 4th. There we go. Yesterday, though, we did have a pull back down, right? A pull down, but did not make a lower low, which is what we wanted to see. So we want to see how the Dow Jones reacts today to get it up and going. ETH did what we thought it would do. This is ETH yesterday. I know that's on the 5 minutes, so this is a lot, but ETH is doing exactly what we expected. I actually sent out a buy alert for ETH yesterday. Let's see here. Where are we at? I'm going to look for that real quick. What I say? ETH? Yeah. What is ETH at right now? So, ETH, we are back. So here's what happened with ETH. Okay, we're back at entry point. This is literally the entry point. Here's what happened. I got a little nervous. It started to break up here, and I was like, okay, we'll break up and have another little high and test, 3,000, and it won't break down outside of this parallel channel. I thought right in this area, which is here, that we would break, because you can't always get it right. I thought right here we would break and break up. However, this parabola, see that? Inverse parabola, reject, and it continued to reject. And then we finally broke out. And when we finally broke out of that downward parabola off the pivot, we have broken back up. And now we are trying to hold here. So the question is, will we get some finished bullish moves? Now, why do I say that? Let's pull back to see what's really going on in Ethereum. You can get a good idea. I'm going to pull you back to the 3-hour. Okay. On what the idea was. So we are in a falling wedge right now for Ethereum. And why are we talking about Ethereum? Because I think alts are going to follow, even though Ethereum's not going to break like 10K, but it's going to be breaking up. And when that breaks up, I think we're going to have some altcoins going with it. But Ethereum, I believe the market cap is already topped. And I don't think we're going to really go much higher. But it's something to watch for a little breakout back up, heading towards $4,000. We're in this falling wedge right here. And this falling wedge pattern actually takes us back to 39.75. If this breaks out here, down there, but if it breaks out where it's breaking out right now, that perfectly takes us to the 702 perfectly takes us to the 702, which then I believe from here, will that happen? We will see, because the 702 is the retrace point. So let's see what's going on in the altcoin world as well. So that's Ethereum for you, sitting right at the entry point to see where that goes. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin broke up and above. I did send out a signal for Bitcoin on my alerts for a long. Let's see here. Yep, so the long went out at 37.65, 37.650, which right here off this bounce right here. Okay, so I was doing the charts yesterday, got in here. See that man, that's 650. Look at that. 653, 651. My entry was 650 on KuCoin. I took profit at 38.5 so far, and 39 as well, which is this pivot. Okay, so now I have another target left, even though it has done a full retrace, but we're back up inside this VPVR. And let me show you here. I know if you're just getting here, this looks crazy, but we build the chart every single day, guys. So if you're just watching this, you're like, what is going on, all this stuff? We have built this chart on the channel every single day, getting this to combine, okay? So you can see here, we have broken out the same level that we had, that same level that I was referring to on the NASDAQ. So you can see here, I'll just drag it across. This is the same level here. I know that's a lot right now. That's a lot, guys. You're doing wonderful. You are doing wonderful. Okay, that's the same level here, and I know that just looks crazy, but the channel goes up. I'm going to delete that. The channel was up, and then it began to break down. We had our measured move of $30,000. However, when we zoomed in all the way, we keep going, and then we take that off, so all that mess is off. You see how I have an arrow right there at the 2.414? The 2.414 had to hold. That had to hold. We spoke about that yesterday, as well as a breakdown to the final. It could go down to 37.5, 37.6. I got in at 37.650, and I said the top there would be 38.5 or more, right? Well, turn the lights on, and we were fired up out of there, which is expected minimum to break back out of this channel, back testing this, trying to get back into where we were, the upward channel, which I'm not afraid to break. I'm not scared of this breaking out and then coming back up here to finish out at 50, like right in this area. This is what I'm looking for. Right here. This is where I'm looking for Bitcoin to come back to, somewhere in this area. Maybe at most touch 59. But this area right here is where I'll be looking back, and then I'll show you where that goes with TA on another day. But I don't want to spend too much time on this Bitcoin chart. However, I'm zooming on in so we can see what's really going on in there. Zoop. You can see the 4.414 completely broke itself out. So now look, we can delete both of those because look, that came to fruition on the money yesterday. On the money. 4.243, and then turned around and began to go. So on the money. We love it. We love it. We love it. Waiting to see what happens there. Okay, now let me delete those things. So that's what we're looking for in Bitcoin to finish, see what happens here, because we have the Fed meeting. We did get some nice red volume here. We haven't had too many green upward moving candles here. So this reversal to me may or may not be the strongest yet. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not convinced yet that we are up and out of here. Like I said, we have the profit set. So the stop loss is take it break even now and go from there. Let's look at XRP. XRP is doing what it does. Look at that. Wonderful, wonderful range. Don't even need that no more. And don't need that one because that has been invalidated. Okay, so this one still seems to be alive. We have not been validated. We have not finished this move out. However, it has run out of steam, and we might possibly be having a short play in. As I look at XRP, we're going to see how this plays. We are hitting resistance here. This is the 4.5, 1.4. This is the 2.414 here, the 3.414 here. This has not technically finished playing out, although that could be an invalidation there. I don't want to, the wicks can get you. So is this a fake pump and then a turnaround and dump? We will see. We will see. I am on the lookout for that right now. I'm actually going to dive in here just a little bit more. So if Bitcoin breaks back below 38.6, say 38.5, then we'll see what's happening there. Okay. So let's move on to, let's see, this is the, let's go. I want to show you what I got into yesterday. Waves. I got into waves yesterday. Up 141% right now on waves. My entry was $12.06. And where was that at? Right here. Right here. Literally, this is my entry. $12.06. Okay. So shot up to the first. This is the pivot. 14.4. It's rejected off that at 13.7 now. Why did I get into waves after all of the negative news? Mainly because ever since April 1st, this thing is down 80%. Let's start there. Waves down 80%. Okay. Now, why did I really get in? Look at this. That came all the way to back test this area right here. So we had come here, breakdown, failed support, breakup, massive breakup, whatever the reason may be, there was a breakup. Okay. And now, whatever the reason the sell-off was, there was a sell-off. And we've come back down to right where the original breakout is. So I said, let's go ahead and take that just to get a little bit of, I don't know, just along that to see what happens. And I might take profit on that because got lucky. I'm going to be honest, got lucky and found the one that popped 15% there the next day. I'm at, an 8x. So you do the math. That's 140%. So I think it's a 4x sitting now, but 140% and it's up 15%. 10x that is 150%. So yeah, 8x, I think it was the 8x was the final toll there. Might have been 10x in general, but a little safe there because my stop loss was going to be under this anyway. So, or under this break anyway. So I didn't think we're going to go too much lower. So I went ahead and fired that in there. Got that long to see because the rest of the market just looks so bullish to me. Like really bullish. Okay. Now I did long Amazon yesterday. Let's talk about this. Thinking that it could have another move. Amazon instead went the opposite way. So we're going to see if this finishes out. Amazon obviously does not want to finish yet. So we're going to hold on to that and see where it goes. The other one I looked at was Apple that I was considering shorting. Put it up there like, you know what? Maybe we'll short it, all the tech industries. Even though Apple's had some earnings, it just haven't. But we had a downward parabola like we've discussed. And it is now broken out of that downward parabola. So even though on the larger scale, back to January of 2022, Apple has gone a high, a low, a lower high. And we're in that area for a possible rejection to work its way down. So my eye, guys, is on Apple. Because it could pull back soon. I mean, it's the high is in January. So is this a consolidation period before heading up? And the reason I say is because Apple looks like this. How can I get all? I got to go, what, a month on the scale? This is what Apple looks like. Right? So, come on. Eventually, we're going to get that cleared up. Okay, another one I was looking at yesterday. Netflix, which look, continue to dump. which is interesting that the NASDAQ is continuing to try to sell off some of the larger tech. Amazon down 3%. Netflix down 3%. What is going on, do you think? Curves up 12. This was one that I looked at yesterday as well. And I'm kind of going through my quick stuff here because I didn't really prep, so I'm just going through what I charted yesterday. I did not feel this. I did not long this yesterday. I did say this is an area to support. If it needed to break down, then it was going to come down to 165. So I waited. And we are broken up, and I think the next target is $3, $3.70, looking to 560 blue skies. So we're looking at that to see what comes along. We also know, guys, that 8 took off. For you guys that are curious about 8. Ape had a nice little pump, but it also had a wick. Look at those sell wicks. Wick. Now, I know Elon had something to do with that yesterday or this morning. He apparently posted a picture of an ape, and then a whole bunch sold. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there looks to be another move down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 5 to come back down to 1188. Right here will be an area that I'm looking for one more back test. If not, a full move to the 4.414. But in reality, somewhere right here, $12 is what I'll be looking at 8 for. I'll be looking right there for 8. Let's see. Arc Innovation still dumping. So the question is, why? What is the disconnect this morning, guys, from crypto and the markets? We have an opposite move. The crypto pump, markets open, and now the markets are selling off. So, since the markets are now selling off, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think this is a pre-market sell-off before Powell comes on and raises it 75 basis points? I see Bitcoin here has literally tapped 38.6. So, if this does not hold, I will be taking profit and getting out at 38.6. It's not a lot, but I'll take 1%. My goal is if I can get 1 to 2% a trade, I'll take it. And that's just a hard hold. That's not even a margin trade. That's just a buy, sell Bitcoin. Buy, sell Bitcoin. No margin trade involved. Something short and sweet, what we want to see. So that's what I looked at today. I didn't have much. I see Twitter is kind of doing a thing. I'm waiting to get in more. Natural gas fired up today as well. That's never a good sign as far as the rest of the equities. But we have a split today, which is blowing my mind a little bit between the NASDAQ and the crypto market. Normally we're right there and there. So we'll see what happens. Gonna let this play out. What do you think? What are you looking for? Is there something in your mind that you see? Oh man, I really thought that this one was on the whole time, and it was not. Oh well. I'm sorry, guys. You got some questions, let me know. This is what I see in the markets this morning. Tomorrow, probably going to completely change. I am still waiting for confirmation. It looked like we got a strong bounce off Bitcoin, but then followed by the NASDAQ dumping. Ethereum still holding here. So the question is, what is going on as everything pumped to back test and hold? So normally, is that what happens? XRP likes to do it a lot, where XRP will pump, right, before, and then the whole market dumps. And then once the whole market dumps, XRP is falling down with it. But after the pump, it's coming back and flipping support. So therefore, it's not going lower than it should, holding that same capitulation and accumulation areas. So those are my thoughts on this, guys. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to look at a specific asset. Again, we have multiple groups. New Creation Cronies Telegram group, where we just put the tinfoil hat on and talk. And then we have the Signals group, which is just the trading cronies. So if you're interested in being a part of the Signals group, that is a paid group, let me know. The other one's free. The reason the other one's a paid group is so there's not a bunch of boo-boo, blah, 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 blah. And here's the guest. If you were in there over the last 2 years, you are still get to stay in there for free now because of your support. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I hope you are appreciated by someone you love. And that is the end of Long Sum Short Sum, guys. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, we're back. Good morning, AJ. How are you doing? How are you doing? Alex says, hold serious question. Isn't a Telegram group a security risk on your personal phone? I was reading a couple years ago that you can be tracked via personal messages. Could be nothing, though. People used to do on the Telegram groups, right? If they have your number, they can swap SIM cards, but you don't have to share your phone number on Telegram. It's kind of like WhatsApp in a sense, right? Now, I don't know. I don't have real data on there that can be hacked. My phone has got a lot of security on it, so I'm not sure about that. I do have a Discord, Alex. I just don't have it up and running. I mean, it's up and running, but it's not really running. It's there. It's been created. But, you know, that takes a lot of work. And so if we can get some people to help manage the Discord, I know a couple people have offered and helped to start this. The Discord started because of people's help. So if we can get more to help and build it, I will gladly do that. I just can't self-manage that stuff all day. So maybe after the big move that we have, I officially signed the papers yesterday for the house to sell this house, take that money and go buy another one in El Paso. That is the goal. So we're going to see how nice the charts are over the next 2 weeks. I would love to see 100% pump across the crypto markets. That would be wonderful. So that's what I'm looking at for today. We're going to move on to the next topic, though, and we're going to discuss our daily topics with Long Sum, with Microstrategy and James Rules. Let me get that ready. Yeah, and James Rules thread. So let's go ahead and jump on into that. Let me get my, let's get ready. Let's just get ready real quick. I got to get ready. Load. View public site. Boom, 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 boom. Listen on Spotify. All right. There we go. Now that we are ready here, let's go ahead and get that intro going. Where are you at? There we go. What's going on, everybody? How are you doing today? This is your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned in to Christ and Crypto in the Morning. If you were catching this later, either on Spotify or Apple Play, or just even on YouTube as an upload, you've probably caught this section that's just has a title. This is the name of what we're going to call it, and I have not decided what to call today's show, but normally the second part of the show, guys, which comes after the TA, technical analysis, looking at the markets, is our news aspect of it. You got the news, you got the aspect, and then you got Christ. Those are our three sections here. And yesterday's topic was we were talking about the establishment not wanting you to win, and that as far as Gary Gensler, the SEC, all those people kind of basically chopping at your knees to allow you to make any type of money whatsoever. So that's what we talked about. I know normally I'm diving into crypto every single day, but man, my heart is what the establishment, what the devil, whatever you want to call the people who are trying to take your freedom away. That is why I'm on this channel. And something I played yesterday was pretty cool. So hopefully that worked out for you. Also on the TA aspect, we had times like these are when wealth is made. That was my title of the show yesterday. And if you're on Spotify, the reason I'm showing you Spotify, because if you open your phone on Spotify, you can actually go and watch the video. You don't have to just listen to it, which you can, but you can pop it on, AirPlay that thing on your screen, just like you're connected to YouTube or whatever, and play it there, which is a pretty cool little thing that Spotify has done. So, please support the channel. We don't do ads, don't do sponsors. So this is my ad. This is my sponsorship to help keep this going because we do this for you guys. So I appreciate it. If Christ in Crypto is something that has caught your attention, please share the news, like, subscribe, do that social media thing. It is appreciated. So let's dive in. All right. Where you at? Boom. Okay. So, Crypto Well. What do you guys know about Crypto Well? Crypto Well is interesting. He's a big bear. I think his charting has been good. He's a little cocky, to be honest. A little boisterous on the Twitter. And, whatever. We don't know if it's a team of people. I assume it's a team of people. But he has been on things. And I have been reading what they do and what they talk about. And he mentioned recently, about 2 weeks ago, that Microstrategy was selling Bitcoin. And they went and he showed all the evidence. And I'm like, yep, that's pretty much right. Where he's telling you, where he's not shorting Bitcoin or trying to make money on the short side in a downtrend, which would make sense. I would never tell anybody to hold an asset. Well, I wouldn't know anybody like Bitcoin. Hold Bitcoin, for instance, when it's already topped. Why would you hold a topping asset, right? Get in better. What I mean by as far as not an all-time high, XRP we obviously still hold. That's because we still have, 15x from here. And that's what I'll be looking for. Turn $1 into 15 real soon. Okay, so here, I just thought this was interesting. It said MicroStrategy shares plunged after missing earnings by 794.67%. One of the largest misses in history. The company also faces digital asset impairment, losses of $107 million from Bitcoin. Now, there was another tweet that went out, and I'm gonna try to find it real quick as I open MicroStrategy's financial quarters. And I want to show you. Says here, market value of the company's Bitcoin holdings as of 3/31/22. $5.9 billion of Bitcoin. One person. And I don't understand this because people are like, XRP and Ripple has all, like, what, dude? Like, this dude right here has bought all the Bitcoin. And he doesn't have a good history in business. In fact, everything he bets big on fails. Everything that I've seen that this man has bet big on has failed, right? So much that he was, I think, sued for fraud in the early 2000s, or 2000, right after the internet bubble. And people are following this guy like he is the king. So you can see here that their Bitcoin holdings kept going up. You see here, MicroStrategy, MacroStrategy. Not sure how that changed because this should be micro and macro. So we're going to have to look into that some. But they have just continued to buy, continued to buy, and continued to buy. And they show here the price of Bitcoin. The highest mark was 69,000 down. And we're sitting right above 30 here. And they're showing that. And then the last but not least, let's see. Where is it at? Where are you at? First Bitcoin Bank term loan. Okay, so Silvergate, loan amount 205, term 3, 25% collateral, cash reserve 5 million. So that you see that was a loan taken out to buy Bitcoin. So what does that mean? And I'm trying to see if it's in here or if it's already done. Bitcoin backed loan, 4%. I am looking specifically for, maybe I can't find it. Where are you at? Well, let's go. Where are you? The stat was, if he was being called, here it is. Nope, that's not it. But it says, if Bitcoin hits 2,400 later this year, 24,000 later this year, which I believe it will, Michael Saylor's BTC will be liquidated. So at $24,000, which I'm gonna. Do I have that up here? Is this it? This is my live chart. This might not be it. This might not be it. Oh no, it's not it. Oh man. Okay, I messed up the coolness that I was gonna do just now. I don't have it up and running for you, so I have way too many tabs up and running. But anyway, I have Bitcoin coming on down to $12,000 to $15,000 over the next year. So will it happen this year? Possibly. I'm looking for it. Here we go. Yep. So Microstrategy's new CFO, and this was yesterday, said that $24,000 per Bitcoin will trigger a margin call for Microstrategy. So be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you listen to. All right? So let's talk about somebody else that's a little bit better to listen to. I just want to share that for you. Now, this guy here, you guys are all familiar with James Rule, right? I'm sure you are. James Rule is a big member of the XRP community. A lot of people know him. He follows me. I follow him. Shout out to James Rule and everybody else that is a part of it. What's going on, Lee? Good to see you. Good morning, Bullish on XRP. Good to see you and everybody else, guys. Wonderful to see you. I appreciate you all. Thank you, guys. Oh, look, another like. Appreciate you. So here is one right here. I think I'm recording, trying to do this. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. Now, you guys know yesterday, on top of all of the messages I did yesterday, we also spoke about, I don't know where I was just going with that. The SEC, yeah, that's right. The SEC coming down with 50 different divisions or people working or whatever it may be, where they're going to come and double down hardcore. SEC doubles its size in four. They're going to come down on crypto assets, crypto asset exchanges, crypto asset lending, staking products, decentralized finance, NFTs, and stable coins, and anybody else who breeds or even thinks about the word crypto. They're not going to come down on the corruption that's going on. They're not going to come down on the lies, the stealing, the thievery, the blatant market manipulation. Oh no, they're not coming down on that. In fact, they're coming to enforce the rules they have not even set. And people are telling me, do I think it's really that bad? Like, people I have clients ask me, do you really think they're going to try to keep us from buying XRP? The answer is yes. Yes, Brad did yesterday double down and buy a whole block of San Francisco for Ripple Labs, right? Interesting that they chose to stay in San Francisco. I guess they can buy it. It's probably cheap there because everyone's leaving. But if they're doing that and they're doubling now, they obviously think they're going to win the lawsuit. I think they're going to win because there's so much corruption here. The SEC continues to look the other way. So James Rule brings this up. Okay? And we love him for this. It says the damning evidence continues. It looks like Ted Cruz got excited about Bitcoin miners in Texas, and all the proceeds are going to China. Every Bitcoin is being sold. Every Bitcoin. So when it's mine, it's sold. It's mine, it's sold. So I 100% believe that Bitcoin is being held up as a paper market right now. I just said that. Bitcoin is being held up as a paper market right now. So you know what happens in a paper market is that when people come for margin calls, it all comes falling apart. Why has XRP not gone to $15 already or $10? Because it's not a paper market. Why is XLM sitting down there? Why is HBAR sitting down there? Why is everything that actually has utility and real utility as far as currency on a government scale with a larger market cap not moving right now? Because it's not time for that part of the market, because it's not a paper market. Bitcoin has been pumped and pumped and pumped by fake money for the last 2 years, and it continues to be pumped by Wall Street right now. Why? Well, let's go into it. It says Alibaba, which I always think of Aladdin when I hear that. Ties to Simpson Thatcher, William Hinman, and Jay Clayton, who sued Ripple. You guys all know this. But he brings this out here, and he gives us a timeline. Now, I need to go see this man because he's in Houston. Maybe I should reach out to him and see if we can get a combined podcast or something going and get him on here and talk about this specific thread. And he says, shows here Yahoo in 2003, George Bush and Win Jib. It says Yahoo purchases 40% of Alibaba for $1.7 billion in cash and Chinese assets. Then 2008, you got Barack Obama. That's the showing presidents, right? 2012, Alibaba repurchases shares from Yahoo for $7.1 billion. The PE firm, New Horizon, NetPot Capital, including JP Morgan. The law firms that are involved were Watchwell, and I can't read what that says, Skidden. I can't. Ooh, that's really small. Then 2004, Alibaba IPOs the United States. You got Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Citibank involved. Law firms, 2014, listen to this. Simpson Thacher, Bill Henman, Sullivan and Cromwell, J. Clayton in 2014. Joe Biden heads to China then, right before Donald Trump is elected in 2016. Well, Alibaba again then purchased 33% in ANT Finance. Bitmain breaks ground in Rockdale, Texas, which is the Bitcoin mining. Bitmain DMG terminate operating agreement for Rockdale, Texas facility. Biden's put in office. It says Bitmain announces spinoff mining-related business, new entity to be led by Sean Wu something technology. Okay, so they're going to move it to another. Then right after that's announced, SEC sues Ripple. Then we have the Blue Safari Acquisition Corporation, SPAC, IPO of $57.7 million. The technology announces intention to go public in a merger transition with Blue Safari Acquisition Corporation. Financial partners, New Horizon. Oh, that's all the way back here again, like in 2012, 10 years earlier. Terramask, IDG Capital, and Sequoia Capital. Now, here's his connections breaking this down at who owns New Horizon. China. The only son. Wow, the only son. China. So China has bought Yahoo and owns Yahoo. Let's start there. Alibaba. And this is the thing. I know, I don't even know if people like Trump who listen to this. If you don't like Trump and you listen to this channel, I'm surprised you listen to this channel. I'm a Trump guy. Not everything about him, but the fact that he just, for lack of a better word, gives the middle finger to the left. Right? That's just how I feel about him. I used to be a left, and that's why I'm so upset, because I voted for Barack Obama. When Barack Obama was running, he was running for, he said, for people who look like me. Now, I'm black, Filipino, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm a big mutt. I'm not 50-50 anything. But then he also said things, I won't go into it, but, marriage between a man and a woman. Start there. That's changed, or what a woman is or a man is, and just in general, what Barack Obama said in 2008, I don't think he agrees with anything he said in 2008. Including, we have to separate from China, is what he used to say in 2008. Now, they like China. They praise China. It's all about Russia. They don't like. So what is going on here with Donald Trump, Yahoo, Alibaba, Bitcoin, China, the liberal establishment right now? What's really happening? Why did they sue Ripple? Why did they sue Ripple? That's the question. What is the key reason? Because here's where I'm sitting. Okay? This is where I'm sitting. And this is what confuses everything out of me. Right here. This is the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum, to me, and I'm going to be honest right now, is going to bring in the anti-crisis system. The New World Order, the World Economic Forum, the Bank of International Settlements, the IMF, all of them, that's all literally going to bring in the Antichrist and Satan's New World Order system. And yes, Ripple is 100% a part of that. They're the payments world. They're going to be part of the CBDCs, which is going to be a one world currency in a sense, everything connected. Ripple is in there with the New World Order. Brad has said so much that Joel Katz and Brad Garlinghouse's opinions, personal political opinions, are far left leaning. Far left. Okay? The only reason he doesn't say more because he's the CEO of a company. He can't. Now, Joel Katz, a whole nother ballgame. I call him Joel Katz. Joel Schwartz, right? That's a whole nother ballgame. But the question is, if the SEC is working for the banks, which are a part of the World Economic Forum, which the World Economic Forum doesn't want Bitcoin either, but it wants Ripple, it wants XLM, it wants XRP, it wants the quant technology. And if they're the ones backing the Federal Reserve, why are they suing Ripple? What is really happening here? Is it two guys who just got out of line? Is that what happened? And so since they got out of line, right? Since they got out of line, now they have to back it up. But when you pull the whole system back, guys, and you take the veil off, suing Ripple, who is a part of the New World Order, doesn't make sense. Now, this is Christ in crypto, so why do we invest in XRP and Ripple? Because in the scriptures it says what the devil meant for evil, God will use for good. And we can see this ahead of time. So the money that we can make off of this and investing in this, we can change lives. We can help change the world. We can stop being on the sidelines saying we wish someone would do something, and we can be the ones that help. But you have to open your eyes and you have to see the evidence that's in front of you. The evidence that's in front of you. Microstrategy, dude, Michael Saylor is literally dumping on people as he's telling them to buy Bitcoin. All the Bitcoin being mined in this country is owned by China and is being sold to China, right? Like, and then the one thing that's going to help make everyone cheaper, make everyone better, make the banks money, like Ripple makes the banks money. They open up the Nostro Vostro accounts, releasing all those locked in funds from different types of currencies that they don't need. So when you think about it, does it make any sense? Because Ripple is literally not for us, they're for the banks. So why are they suing them? You know why? Because they don't want you to have your hands on it. They don't want you to have your hands on it because it is life-changing. Life-changing. Some people don't want you to change your life. Some people want to be the same person they've always been. That's not me. I don't know about you, but I'm over it. You hear the tone of my voice? I'm over it. I'm over people telling me, governments telling me who, how, and what I am supposed to be. Labeling me who, how, and what I'm supposed to be. Are you? Are you going to do something about it? Or are you going to sit back and watch? That is why I got good at TA. That's why I learned technical analysis. I wanted to know what Wall Street was doing. I wanted to know why I have college degrees, but somehow I'm struggling. Right? I can do what I love, but somehow I'm paying so much money in taxes. Like before I get in this, I paid 50% of everything I make was in taxes because I didn't work for some, self-employed. 50% being self-employed, which means I'm working twice as hard and making half the amount, even though I'm technically making more because I'm self-employed. Why do they want you poor? I suggest you go back and you get a chance. And I played it a little bit yesterday, and I know this
propose a hypothetical future scenario.
If you get a chance, go watch my TikTok. I uploaded this girl yesterday, and she's talking about a terrifying prediction for 2030. Talking about the GR. What is it? The GR, the Great R. Go watch that when you get a chance. Doesn't have a lot. It's only got 50. I just uploaded that. But, I got some Brad here, 2,000, 3,000, a couple TikToks. Go check that out. Okay? Not to mention, use cases coming to XRP. The NFTs are coming. NFTs are coming on the XRP ledger. I talked about this 2 weeks ago, and I am excited. Are you excited? It's coming. It's coming. All right. I have gone on long enough about this. Way, way long enough. I don't even know if oh man, did I get rid of my? Yeah, I did. We'll go here. There, we'll bring this back. That's enough for today on this topic. Let me know below what you think. I'm going to throw it out there. What side do you really think Ripple Labs is on? I said it. I invest in them, and the IPO, I'm ready for it. But in the grand scheme of things, we're here to keep things real, take things in a biblical perspective. And when you look at the technology, who they're working with, and what they're planning on doing, like honestly, who do you think they're working for? I'll leave you with that. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Let's go ahead and get off topic. Did I just hit you pretty hard there? Did I just hit you pretty hard there? I really hope I didn't. Or I really hope I did. You know, I don't have really much control over my life. I don't have control of what people do. I don't have control of any of their actions. In fact, to be honest with you, most things that people do probably annoy me. Because it just doesn't make sense to me. And it upsets me. So I'm trying to get in a position where I just got to stop worrying about what people do, what they think, you can't control it. You can't. I'm tired of my moods being ruined because of other people's mindset. Because of their mindset. I think that's what it is. It's a mindset thing for me. I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. I've made a lot of mistakes. Some I've paid for. Some I haven't. Some God has paid for, right? He's paid for all of my mistakes. But we're here. And before I go too deep, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the next section because this is part of the scripture section that I'm going into now. So I hope you guys, if you get off here, that you have a wonderful day. May the 4th be with you. I had to do a show on May the 4th. But in the meantime, before I close this out, let's go ahead and head to our next section, shall we? This is my favorite part of the podcast. Thanks for hanging out. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, then you are a new creation. Okay, guys, we are here. We are here. If you were just getting in here, let me introduce myself. My name is Christian Israel, and you are tuned into Christ and Crypto in the Morning. This is a place where every single day we discuss the market in threes. Technically, by looking at the charts. The news cycle, by looking at the news. And then from a biblical perspective, because this is called Christ and Crypto, and the whole show has Christ at its center. So that is what we are looking at. This is where we are. And I'm glad you're here with me. And I was just going on a small rant earlier how I'm tired of people. Yeah, I guess just tired of people. And what do I mean by that? A mindset thing. Because people's mindsets can tire you out. You keep trying to fight to change someone's mindset, you're not going to win unless they just want to change. And I have spent so much time being angry. Like it just upsets me. Like why does someone think the way they think? Like change it, but you can't. You can't change a person's heart. You can't change a person's drive. You can't change a person's mindset. But you know who can change your mind? Who can change a person's mind? Who can change a person's heart? Who can change a person's lifestyle? Jesus. In fact, he says, if you believe in him, the old you is gone and the new you is here. Your mind is renewed. You are a new creation. In fact, that's why this channel is called New Creation Capital. In fact, that's why the company is called New Creation Capital. Because he has begun a good work in me. And who begins a good work in you will finish. There's bumps on the road, but I am not the same person I used to be. I have a lot of the same faults, but I'm not the same person. There's an old life and there's a new life. My old life is gone, the new life has come, but you cannot force other people to follow you on that new life. You cannot force other people to change their mindset. If they want to stick in a mindset and do the same things all day, that's what they're going to do. And you know where I fail? I fail because I let it upset me. I get upset when others don't do their best. I get upset when others don't push themselves to be the absolute best they can be. Like, it infuriates me. And I don't understand why. Maybe because I was given nothing growing up. Maybe because when I was 3 and 4 years old, we were homeless. Maybe because I've been beaten throughout my life, molested throughout my life, had everything put down. I'm a mixed kid growing up in Central Illinois. I've been beaten and called racist and beat up racist by blacks and whites and all different things. And you don't know anything. You're just a middle child or you're whatever. Like, those were all excuses. And I used to use those excuses to act the way I did as a young man. But there's no excuse for that anymore. And as I went off today, upset this morning, gonna be busy, wasn't gonna do the show, driving around, it just said, why? That's what I heard literally God say to me. Why? Why are you actually mad right now? Are you mad about what you can do or what you can't control? And my thought was, Lord, I know I can do anything you give me strength to do. And then I said, well, obviously, I don't believe that, because if I wanted him to give me strength to not focus on others, he would. He'd give me a new mind, a new heart, and cleanse my spirit. That whatever is stirring in my spirit right now to be upset and angry at others, people's mindset and actions, it does not matter. You cannot, that's what he said to me, you cannot control how other people respond. You cannot control how other people act. You can put all the work in you want, and there's still going to be people. They're still going to be broken like you and me. They're still going to have faults like you and me. So God says, make up your mind. And he used my name. He said, Charles. Because you guys know Christian Israel, right? Christian stands for a follower of Jesus Christ. Israel stands for, in the scriptures, right? When Jacob wrestled with God, he says, I'm going to name you Israel. You're going to be my people. But I name you Israel because Israel means you've wrestled with man and God. And I'm still here because I chose God. I chose God. I chose him despite when I've tried to turn my back on him. In the end, I choose him because he is the true one that loves me and protects me. And here's something that's written in Ephesians. Okay? It's called the Old and New Life. Paul says, I am telling you this to the church of Ephesians and also to you. And I insist on it in the Lord. You shouldn't live like your life. You shouldn't live your life like Gentiles anymore. They base their lives on pointless thinking. And they are in the dark in their reasoning. They are disconnected from God, God's life, because they're ignorant and their closed hearts. They are people who lack all sense, right and wrong, and who have turned themselves over to doing whatever feels good and to practice every sort of corruption along with greed. But you did not learn that sort of thing from Christ. And that's what God was saying to me today in the car as I was saying, I'm not going to do this show. I'm going to go about my day to day. Forget it. I'm mad. He says, excuse me. I told you to be obedient. And he yelled at me this Sunday. He screamed at me Sunday when I'm sitting there listening to a sermon. He broke me down Sunday and he said, be obedient. You can be angry, but be obedient. You don't want to do it, but go do it. And that's how I feel. I got to the point where I didn't even want to do, like, you know what, God, if you're going to be silent right now, I don't want to hear it. Kind of, you're not going to talk. I don't want to hear it. Like, what? Who are you talking to? He says, you didn't learn that from Christ. But he said, since you really listened to him, since I truly chose to listen, you were taught how the truth is in Jesus. And that changes the former way of life that was part of the person you once were. That was part of the person I once was. That we were both, all of us were corrupted by deceitful desires. Don't do that. Instead, renew your thinking in your mind by the Spirit and clothe yourself with a new person created according to God's image and justice and true holiness. How good is he? How good is he? Therefore, after you have got rid of lying, not just lying out loud, lying to yourself, something I had to stop doing on Sunday. Each of you must tell the truth to your neighbor because we are all parts of the same body. Be angry without sinning. Don't let the sun set on your anger. Oh boy, I'm still working on that one. When I get mad, I want nothing to do with nobody. But he says, be angry, but do not sin in your anger. Do not go to sleep angry. Why? Because that's when you provide the devil with an opportunity. Hey, if you're a thief, stop stealing. Instead, go to work. Go make money with your hands. If you're broke, go work. Go find something to do. Now, we all struggle with this, I'm sure, when no one's looking. Don't let foul words come out of your mouth. Only say what is helpful when it is needed for building up community so that it benefits those who hear it. This is why sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'll just shut up. I just want to shut up. Because if I keep talking, I'm going to keep going. And the more I talk, the angrier I get. The more I talk, the angrier I get. The more I dwell on it, the angrier I'll get. Don't dwell. Don't make the Holy Spirit of God unhappy. He sealed you for the day of redemption. So therefore, put aside all bitterness, losing your temper, anger, shouting, slander, along with every other evil. Be kind, compassionate, forgiving to each other in the same way God forgave you in Christ. You know something crazy? I'm going to tell you, this is how you know God was yelling at me right now. Because I did not have this scripture picked out before I decided I was going to come do the show. In fact, I just typed in, you know what? Renewed mind. Let's look for a scripture. And in fact, as you saw this whole thing was not even open. And I was like, that's not the end. So I continued to read. And then the Lord just spoke to me again through his word. And that's how we get it, through the word. You don't have to be what everybody else wants you to be. But I urge you to be the person Christ created you to be. I urge myself to walk the way Christ wants me to walk. I urge you, open your heart and allow him in. Will you do that? Or do you prefer the old life versus the new life where you are a new creation? There's your play on words. I appreciate all of you. That is the end of this section. My name's Christian Israel. Please do that social media thing. Let me know below what you think. That is the end of this section of the Daily Scripture. I hope that hit you hard today because the word is truth. The word is truth. The word is truth. God bless you guys. This is my favorite part of the podcast. Thanks for hanging out. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, then you are a new creation. Okay, guys, looks like we are done. We are done. We are done. Let me go through and say hello and goodbye and all those sweet little things to all of you. Alex Diaz is on time. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. Lee Lord, thank you, brother, for being here. Miss AJ Edwards, good to see you. Thank you as well. Bullish on XRP, it's always good to see you guys. Dragonfire, I'm sure you'll be here later on. And Alex Yeet, good to see you. Rather you be here than not at all. I appreciate you all, guys. This is the end of the show. I'm your boy, Christian Israel, and you are tuned into Christ and Crypto in the Morning. We're here every single day live at 9 a.m. until we get done, which is normally around 10 a.m. We upload this stuff later in 3 parts. You got your long sum, short sum, which is a technical analysis, and you got your news section, which is our daily news, and then the rounded out, but never forgotten, always whole, is our new creation scripture section we just finished, where we focus on Christ because he is the center of our lives. Until tomorrow, guys, I can't wait to see you. Please remember, do that social media thing and these three phrases. God loves you. I love you. You are loved. Until next time, guys, God bless and peace out. Later, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.